Hello, my name is Leila. You can find me at leilameinke.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to share new ideas with you guys, and I love to help you bring them to life. So today we're working on a traditional gatefold, and that just operates just like this. It just opens just like this. And today's probably going to be a pretty short video because I don't take you through all the specific steps of cutting, etc. I just show you the hard parts. So let's go ahead and get to it. We are, this would be the month of February of 2026, and it's the third week, and all month I've been featuring gatefolds, and some of them have been harder, and this one's a little on the easier, more traditional side. So you're going to take your 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and you're going to score it. I score it at 2 1/8 on one end and 2 1/8 on the other end. Measurements, by the way, are all in my PDF. I love to write really thorough PDFs. You can find the link for this below. It'll take you to my website, and I have the whole article in it that at bottom it says download PDF, and it's exactly this right here. So I love to do, so it's 8.5, right? So I like 4 1/4 in the middle, because we're going to end up with 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 5.5 that fits in an A2. So we're going to have 4 1/4 in the middle. We're going to have 4 1/4 on the two outsides. Half of that would be 2 1/8 each. So I come right here. The 1/8, by the way, is, so on our trimmer, which I love, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are fourths. Half of a fourth is an 1/8. That's going to be that little mark right there to the left of my fingernail. No, to the right of my fingernail. So I'm going to put it right on 2 1/8, and I'm going to go ahead and score it. Now, I'll tell you, I'm doing it here because most people don't have our scoreboard, but I love our scoreboard. So I'm going to actually do 2 1/8 here, and that's with the light gray blade, which is the scoring blade, but I'm going to do 2 1/8 on the other side. So I just flip it around, and I do 2 1/8 on the other side, and much easier to see 2 1/8 on this board. You can see, let's see, 2, and then each little mark is an 1/8. So 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. So I'm just going to put my little scoring tool or bone folder just right in that 2 1/8 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and score that at 2 1/8. And that's it, you guys. That was the hard part. So now I fold it over, and I've got a symmetrical gate. I'm not going to take you through all of the cutting and scoring of the rest of the pieces. All the dimensions are in my PDF, but I am going to show you kind of the floral arrangement, a little bit about a floral arrangement. I've not been one to jump on the let's arrange florals on the front of a card. I've not been one to jump on that bandwagon because I was a little stuck how to do it. You know what? I accidentally got some glue there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cover it with the yellow sticky because I don't want to get it all over the place. So sorry about that. All right, so I've got my gate here, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap my belly band. So I keep my belly band at 11 inches, and I don't score it. So I take my belly band, I wrap it around, and I just put glue on the, glue on each end, basically. So I put glue right here. And then I put glue on the inside right here. and then I fold it over, and that's plenty, you guys. And I leave enough room so that it can slide back and forth. And I never even really, I guess I kind of press. I don't even really give a tight burnish to those edges. I just kind of like get it glued right there on each of the edges, and that's fine. And then, and don't put too much because you don't want it oozing out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my little strip here. So I cover up the seam. And then look how pretty that looks. It's really pretty. So I'm going to put the seam on the left because I'm going to further cover it. So you won't be able to see it at all. So there we go. So now I've got these same pieces that I'm working with this month. I just love, you can see all the products in the PDF. I've got a few different dye combinations that I'm using together, but they're just making the most beautiful floral arrangement. And like, if it works, why mess with it? So I've got 3 little dots of glue dots on the back of our vellum, and great if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin or our kits, just use up these glue dots. I can go for months without having to replace glue dots. So then I'm just going to put that little guy right there. I think I forgot to put the ribbon first. So I'm going to put the ribbon over it. And I have a choice of ribbon. I think they're both retiring. I'm going to do this one. This one's a little more balmy blue, so I'm going to do this one in a little more balmy blue. I'll show you my example. Has got the silver and white. You know, I will tell you, it's just my observation that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with less and less ribbon. So get it while you can and keep it. That's just what I want to say. So I know this balmy blue is either almost gone or gone. If you really need a roll, by the way, I buy extras, so just hit me up because I buy extras and happy to sell you a retired roll of ribbon. But you can use any ribbon that's in stock, any ribbon that's available. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of get that. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. All right, I will come back and cut off the loose ends in a little bit. Now I'm just going to do some floral arranging, and I took the liberty to stamp and die cut some of these flowers ahead of time. So I'm following along with this guy, and I think I like exactly how I had that arranged. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I've got the heather underneath, the balmy blue, the silver, and then the bubble bath. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I don't want the darkest heather. That turned out a little too dark, so I'll just go with this guy. And what I do, this is, somebody was so thrilled. I shared this in my free Wednesday class the other day. When I put my flowers on, I only put the adhesive in the middle. And that's plenty, by the way. This is glue. That is plenty. If I were doing dimensionals, I'd probably do 2. But I only do them in the center. And the reason I do that is because then when I want to come in with some extra, like, pine, some other, what's the word, foliage maybe? When I want to come in with some extra foliage and leafing. What do you call it? I don't know. I'm not a flower arranger, but I've been getting better. When I want to come in with that after the fact, it will just tuck right in under. I'll show you that in a second. So now I'm going to put that guy there. And I'm making sure to stay all on the belly band and not let the adhesive go beyond the edge, because I want the belly band to go up and down. Then I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on him. Now, this particular card, I haven't decorated the inside, but you can do so much with this guy. You can do explosion, interactive things on the inside. You can do pop-ups on the inside. I mean, I hope you decorate your inside. That's the takeaway I want you to have here. So, oh, I'm going to put these two together So I'm going to put the silver on here with a little bit of glue. And I like it like right behind it as a shadow, like a little bit of shading. So I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to put it like right on top, kind of like that. Then I'm going to come in with some Wink of Stella just on that top layer. I've got some, what is it, greenery? I don't know, foliage. I've got some, I love these guys. I'll have the products listed below, but I love this guy. So I'm just going to put him, and because I only put glue like in the center, I can very easily come under the edge right there and fit that in nicely. And I already took the liberty to put my little glue dots on ahead of time at the very, very tip. Sometimes I put the glue dot under, and sometimes I put the glue dot on top. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this leaf. I put the glue dot on top if I'm adhering it. I mean, I'm not going to, but if I wanted to adhere this to this guy, I would actually put the glue dot on top and stick it underneath so that it attaches to this guy, so that it kind of has some dimension to it. But I'm going to come back over here, and I want it under the balmy blue guy, just like that. And so there we have it. This was the banner sayings and banner punch, and I love that. I'm going to come right in under here with that guy, so I'll put a couple glue dots there. I'll get a gem for my center of my flower, and then I'm going to be all done. So you guys, super simple gatefold. I'll show you a few options. So I'm going to just tuck that under there. I'll snip off the edges of my ribbons, and there it goes. So here's this guy, same guy, all finished and all done, little different ribbon treatment. And there he is with the gems, kind of decorating it. Little different look with the blue versus the silver, and of course with the different paper choices. Here's the one I started with, and this paper, by the way, is Splash, something Splash. This is a specialty paper. It's pastels. There's 3 colors, and then I further embossed it with an embossing folder. But I just love the color combination of those leaves, and I just want to give credit where credit is due. This was a swap. This coloring was inspired by a swap I received from Cindy's card art, Cindy Montana. So I didn't have those leaves, so I did a little different arrangement, but I just really, really, really loved that. Did I decorate the inside? Yes, sweet spring greetings, and kind of further took the decoration to the inside. In addition, with this fun fold, there's a couple other looks. Here's one that's just this elegant. Now here's these leaves done in Old Olive cardstock, and there's that ephemera, that vellum ephemera pack. Really, really sweet. A different ribbon treatment, and with love. I think that this one is I hope you feel better. May you feel God's care and healing as you recover. It's a really sweet prayer stamp set that we've got now. So there's that guy. And then the final one, I had some fun. My $27 card, my girls are teasing me because we made this in Wednesday night free card class. I have free card class every Wednesday night, and you're welcome to join anytime. I publish the PDF ahead of time, and then you guys use whatever supplies you have on hand. So we made those, but then we were just there kind of hanging out, and we still had some more time. So I took my paper pumpkin kit, and the reason I say this is my $27 card is because I basically used my entire paper pumpkin kit on this, but I made it the gatefold, but then I took some of the elements And I just kept kind of repeating them as you made your way through, getting through the gatefold. So, I mean, you could, like I said, you could do an explosion on the inside. There's so many different things you can do. So many different ways, so many different papers. And if you're still in February and watching this video, you can come, no, actually, March, same thing. I have a challenge in my VIP Facebook group every month, and you're welcome to come participate, make a card based on what the guidelines are. Next month, it's going to be March is going to be any gatefold, publish any gatefold, as long as it's Stampin' Up! Products, could be current, could be retired, and you'll be entered in Wheel of Names to win. So anyway, I hope you give this card a try, and I hope you post it to my VIP group, and I hope you have fun with it. Okay, take care. Thanks. Bye.